707, right, Jason? Is it 707
Yes,
or what?
707. Rise and
It's time
shine.
for, yes, it's time for 7 minutes of sunshine. You feeling sunny?
I'm feeling sunny.
All right. It's Tom Grody, and I have a guest for y'all today. Very special guest, a very good friend of mine, Jason Bradley-Krauss. Um, Jason owns two companies. One, a greeting card company that he started called Design with Heart, and you can see one of those beautiful greeting cards on the screen. And then has been doing design and advertising work at House of Kraus for like 20 years. I noticed 22 years. It said.
22 years, yes.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Thank you.
That's great. And then serves on the board of the United Methodist Children's Home, and has been a professor at CCAD. Graduated from the College for Creative Studies in Detroit, where he met Chris Bradley, and he got a BFA there. He's from New Jersey, of all places, New Jersey.
Jersey.
And we're lucky that he lives here in Columbus and has been here for many years now. And Jason is going to share. Oh, Stephanie Borg's on and says, "My boyfriend."
Hi, Stephanie. Good morning.
So Jason has agreed to share his values and superpower, and I'm really thrilled that you're joining me. And I did want to share one more thing before we get started. Jason designed these for Rick and I, and they're these beautiful brochures that we used. He did it at no charge, reached out to us when we were looking to adopt, and we used these in both adoptions as they were used to help find the birth parents and basically find Emrat and Sophie. And so thank you. That was one of the most beautiful gifts we've ever gotten, right?
Such a privilege.
So, I am going to turn this over to you and let you share. So go for it.
Okay, thank you. So, this exercise of describing your 4 key values and your superpower, it's an interesting exercise to go through. I'll start with my top value, family. So to understand me is to understand I come from a large, close-knit family. I'm number 7 of 8 children, 5 boys, 3 girls, a loving, supportive family. My relationship with my siblings is one of my life's greatest blessings. As a young gay man, I knew that I wanted to have a family of my own. And I was lucky in meeting Chris Bradley and finding a partner who wanted the same thing. In fact, we talked about our desire to be fathers on our second date way back in 1995. In 2003, despite not knowing another male couple who had gone through the adoption process, Chris and I decided we were going to step forward and begin our journey to fatherhood. So in 2004, we brought home our son, Spencer, from Guatemala. And in 2008, we adopted our daughter, Maria, from Guatemala as well. My second core value is openness. And I selected this core value with 2 thoughts in mind. The first, when you're married to Columbus's chief meteorologist, your life is going to be on display. And let's face it, Chris adored Columbus, and Columbus loved him in return. But for Chris and I think we were both very much aware that being out and visible was very much a privilege. In truth, some of the most treasured messages we received during Chris's leukemia battle and after his death were from younger gay people who thanked us for being positive and visible role models. Meant a lot to us. The second part of that core value of openness is vulnerability. So allowing yourself to be seen. And that's not always easy. I wanted to share, in 2007, Chris shared a photo of our family on Thanksgiving on Facebook and simply captioned it, "Happy Thanksgiving from our family to yours." And we watched. 700 comments came pouring in. About a third of them were really unkind. They said horrible things about us as our roles as fathers, our life as gay men. They said horrible things about our children. But 2/3 of them were very positive and we had to learn to lean into that. And certainly, as in the remaining years of Chris's life, we saw attitudes change dramatically, and that was very rewarding. Chris was diagnosed with leukemia on March 23rd of 2017, and our fight against the disease was done in the public eye when all hell was breaking loose. Um, but as a couple, we knew others might benefit from seeing our love, our faith, and our humanity in action. As a young widower, I've come to understand grief and loss are not things people like to talk about. Grief is incredibly hard. But I've been inspired to share the idea that just because you make it look easy doesn't mean it isn't heavy. And I've also tried very much to be open with the idea that it's okay to not be okay. There's a great Brené Brown quote, and Tom, I think you have shared this in the past. Only when you are brave enough to explore the darkness will you discover the infinite power of the light. And I think that that's so incredibly powerful. So my third core value is creativity. I announced in the third grade that I was going to be a graphic designer. For me, creativity is the lens through which I see the world. I've worked as a designer since the age of 16, and I own a design firm, as Tom mentioned, and I also own an inclusive greeting card company, Design with Heart, that I launched in 2015. It's a little passion project that kind of took off, but I love the idea of creating tangible pieces of paper, that little folded pieces of paper, but they serve as the conduit between two people, and they can serve as important conversation starters, and it can also help people express their inner emotion. And for me, Design with Heart has been a huge privilege. The product line allows me to tap into my design skills, but more importantly, it gives me a platform to put positive and inclusive messaging out into the world, and that feels really good. My fourth value is gratitude. And at my core, I do know that gratitude and a grateful heart are the fuel for happiness. I know that this is my core value that I struggle the most with. I guess I call it an opportunity area. Certainly in my life, I pray every day and thank God for the blessings He's put into my life. I have a wonderful family, I have steady employment, I have a lovely home, I live in a safe community. But my struggle has been finding gratitude in all of life's lessons. Luckily, I've had very good teachers. I wanted to share, at the bottom of our stairs is our light switch to our front porch lights. And I noticed this while Chris was sick, that every day he would go over and mutter something, and I asked him about it. And he said that he started each morning with a prayer. And he simply went to the light switch and he said, "Thank you, Lord, for this day." And I think that that was pretty profound. It's truly amazing the difference the world, how the world looks when you follow the teachings of Psalm 107, which is start each day with a grateful heart. And so finally, my superpower. My superpower is my faith. And I smile when I think about this because for me, my faith comes from a place of brokenness and weakness. And it's through my faith in God that I am made strong. For me, strength of my faith comes from the love that has been freely given to me. And as a lifelong Christian, I've learned to lean into that love. I wrote something for Design with Heart. It's I believe love is the greatest gift we've been given. I believe love is the greatest gift we can share. Love challenges, love triumphs, love connects, love overcomes. Love finds countless moments of pure happiness, deep relaxation, and utter delight. Love is the one gift that makes all other gifts possible. But in return, love has its demands. It asks for your time, your talent, your enthusiasm, your energy, your passion, all the very best of you. In this lifetime, my faith has allowed me to better understand the idea that love never fails. In fact, love prevails. And I believe that love burns with an eternal flame. And as I contemplate the love that Chris and I had and the love that I still share, I've learned to look at that love as being sacred, that love is untouchable and no harm will ever come to it. Nothing will ever diminish it. And for me, in this next part of my journey, Life 2.0, I think the important part that I'm looking at is finding new ways to carry all of that love forward.
Beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Thank you very much for sharing all that. Very powerful. I can just say that you obviously live your values. And many of us have been so lucky to get to experience that. I've got to experience that where you gave us the beautiful gift of your design work and your creativity, which honestly helped make the match for our children. And that came out of nowhere. And then the openness, Jason. I mean, you know this, but so many folks in our community and the broader community have seen you and your family, continue to see you and your family, and see that love. And it has inspired, how many folks it's inspired. It's inspired people to come out. It's inspired people to build families that ripple effect that you've created, you and your family. Thank you for that. You were before us with adoption. You were ahead of us. We got to see that, and it gave us courage. And so you've touched our family. You know that.
Thank you.
And then to publicly experience the loss that you did, and with the grace that you've handled that. Your children, I know how much you must love them. And I know that they're so lucky to be a part of your family, your broader family. I see all that love as well. And so a big thank you from our household to yours.
Thank you.
For all you've done and all the lives you've touched, and for taking the time today at 7:07 in the morning to share your values and your superpower with us. And a lot of people will watch this, and I'm so happy they're going to get to hear this. So
it's been such a privilege to be asked to share these values. It's a wonderful exercise, Tom, and I really I'm grateful you asked me to do this. It was nice to commit some thoughts to paper and to think about this and put these core values and superpower down and define that actually for myself.
Well, I tell you, I can't wait to see what the hell else you're going to do with those values and superpower. I know you ain't sitting still.
Yeah.
And you've already done so much. It's to be able to go to bed at night and to say, look, to just have gratitude about all the lives that you've touched must feel wonderful. But I know you've got more to do, and I want to thank you for that too. And
thank you.
Thank you for joining me this morning.
Thank you.
See, that wasn't so bad, was it?
No, it wasn't so bad at all. Thank you so much.
And you got the whole day ahead of you.
Look, I'm dressed at 7:07.
And you've had coffee and everything. So thanks again, Jason. Love you very much.
Thank you. I love you too.
You have a great day. All right.
God bless. Be well.
Oh, and remember, even when it's really damn cloudy out, the sun is always shining, right?
Better believe it.
All right.